It's a new day. I'm going to be just pulling more stuff of this. So we took out some of the contactors that were sitting down here. Now I'm going to be going into the front, up in the front here, and this is where the speed controller is for the big motor. Right, so let's take the cover off and have a look behind you. Right, so we have a few things in here. We have a transformer, but this is all DC, so I wonder how that works. Simple plug there. Giant heatsink with what looks like to be a giant diode, maybe? Let's have a look at the other side. Right, now this side has a contactor. The contactor looks a lot bigger than the ones that we found on the inside, but the cables that go to it and the copper strip that runs in behind there, you can see that there, that copper strip, they're all smaller, so this one might be the hydraulic motor contactor. I can always follow the wires later, but for now. Right, so here's the middle box here with the transformer that's over there, and you've got the contactor that's over that side. Let's have a look under here. So that's the giant heatsink you can see right there with what I think might be a diode. Not exactly sure, but there is this capacitor over here. We'll go around this side. What's it say on the side? 200 VP, which I'm a little bit confused about because I thought it would just have volts or maybe power or watts, but it also says 200 microfarads, which is that's a really big capacitor, but it is old, so that just might have to be how big it is. Right, I'm going to start removing this box here. There's 4 bolts on the other side, but I'll have to just take off these 2 cables that go to it and the plug, and that looks like it. Right, so here's the motor controller, that drive control panel, that's what it says, so that's what it is. Like I say, there's a transformer there, not exactly sure why, but there's a few things in here. Oh, I see that's broken off, that's why it's lifting up, just in there, righty out. But it does have the circuit board under here. That's all I really know right now. There's two capacitors, another one in behind the first one here. But that's a massive heatsink. So yeah, those must be the they're not diodes, they're transistors. That's what it is, your pulse width modulation. Still don't know what the transformer's for, but yeah, that's what they are. Right, I'm going to take out the contactor here. It because of the wire size, I know it's not for the main motor, so I'm not going to bother labelling it. I'll just get it out of here, put it inside the workshop so it doesn't get damp or doesn't get too badly corroded or anything like that. Right, it's off. Right guys, started to rain outside, so I'll come in, call it a day on the forklift. The other day when I was pulling it apart, I found this box that I cleaned off and was amazed that it actually had writing on it. It's just covered in dust. So I looked up the number, went onto Google, and I found out it's called a Curtis 933. It's pretty much just a battery gauge, and it also comes with some stuff in here to turn off the contactor when it gets too low. If I zoom in on this picture here, I can't be bothered doing a screen capture, so I'm just going to do this for now. You see, here's the gauge. It's exactly the same as the one that's in the forklift. You know, there's a little red LED up the top here. Pretty much your battery, you have on here, you can set up, you know, where you want to start, finish, and when you want the contactor to turn off. So you can have the, I'm not sure exactly how it works. I can play with it later. But that's pretty much what it is. This box is battery gauge and a way to turn off your contactor if your battery voltage gets too low. So I'm going to leave it here for today, and we'll get back to it some other time.